Hey there, and I just got back off vacation, so I've got a haul to show you. So basically, this is not a podcast video. This is going to be just a massive haul. Some stuff I'm going to get into. It's pretty massive. To a little bit later. But before I even start that, the one thing I got to say is during my time in Ottawa, I got to see some really great people, go to some really fantastic places, and I got to say one of my favorite, my favorite definitely was the Turning Point. So if you live up in Ottawa, or if you are in Ontario and you're going to the Ottawa area, a lot of stuff that I'm going to show you guys actually came from that place, and they give incredible deals, and they're beyond like incredible, and you'll see actually as I get into this. But their address, I'm going to give it here, and this first time I've ever done that is 411 Cooper Street in Ottawa, and that's near Bank. So you can't miss it. I actually got their card, so I'm actually going to show you a picture of the Turning Point store right there. So if you ever get a chance to go in there, you're going to find like a ton of stuff. You're going to see stuff that's out of print, stuff that just you couldn't get anywhere else, and definitely couldn't get for the price you got it. So they were really great. I bought a bunch of stuff there. They actually, the more, obviously when you buy, the more stuff you buy, the better deal you get. And I got to know the guys there. They were really helpful. By the second time that I'd gone in there, before certain movies had even gone out on the shelf, they had come over to me and actually let me look through them and see if there's anything that I needed. And actually there was in one case. So we'll get to that. There's some movies here I got that I probably should have had a long time ago. So without further ado, I got a lot to show you guys. There's Blu-rays, there's DVDs, there's complete series that you're going to see here. Some of them I haven't got a chance to get the sticker prices off them, but in most of the cases, the sticker prices aren't actually what I paid for them. I actually paid a lot less, so that's actually really cool. So let's start off with the complete series here, and I've had the series, there was a Prisoner series, as well as the remake actually, for a long, long time. But for ages, I have been looking for this one, and I got this one for a real steal of a price, and I do mean a steal of a price. And that is Secret Agent Man. So I've got set 1, set 2, set 3, set 4, set 5, and finally the final set, set 6. So I have the complete series of Secret Agent Man. It's very much like a kind of a prequelish to The Prisoner. It's the character is played by Patrick McGowan, number 6. He is John Drake, and this precedes James Bond. And a lot of the early episodes are really kind of like they're half hour, they're black and white, they're kind of very film noirish. Only the last 2 episodes were an hour long, and they were done in color. But for most of the series, it's like half hour long black and white episodes, and it really works. It does have kind of a real cool noirish feel to it. So let's get to some of this stuff. I got some awesome stuff to show you guys. A lot of this stuff's going to be perfect for Halloween too, but not the first thing I'm going to show you. So the first thing I got was I'm a big fan of, I want to get stuff from my childhood. Recently I got the Electric Company. So I picked up 1, 2, 3 Sesame Street. Yep. 40 Years of Sunny Days. So I'm actually looking forward to this. This is like from early Sesame Street, from back before I was a kid, actually before I was around, to my childhood, right up to more modern day stuff, to when Elmo came into it, which is modern to me. So I'm actually very looking forward to that. As it actually has, let's see, 2 discs and a book here. It goes from 1969 to 1989. And then it goes from 1990 to 2009. So the 1969 to 1989 is what I'd remember the most. And it does have like a hardcover like celebration book in there, which is actually just really cute and nice to have. It's a good thing to go with the set. Next up, adding to my animation, I have the complete first season of the Sylvester and Tweety Mysteries. I've been looking forward to getting this one. Collecting, a lot of the Looney Tunes stuff, and that's one of the ones that was missing. I got for my better half The New Adventures of Lucky Luke. It's in French, so there. And it's really cool the way that's done. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 stories, six episodes. I managed to pick up and this has been a hard one for me to find. I have the original Twilight Zone series. I've got the 1980s version because I bought the the big set, a massive set with comic book and that in it. So finally, I have the 2000 series as well, the Twilight Zone with Forest Whitaker. And actually, this I found really good at he did a really great job with narration, and they had some really great episodes. Very underrated. I'm leaving the horse stuff to last, actually. So I'm trying to get through the other stuff first. Here's one that Leroy Green will get a kick out of. I got Mad Mission, Ranker Bay, Mad Mission 2, Aces Go Places. It's pretty much, they're all like stunts. They're pretty much, it's a very, very little story to these movies. And Our Man from Bond Street, Mad Mission number 3. So next up, I grabbed season 6 of Dragon Ball Z. It's the final season that I needed. I've now completed my Dragon Ball Z collection. And I also got season 4 of Dragon Ball. I've just started my Dragon Ball collection. So I need the other 4 seasons of Dragon Ball, and I got Dragon Ball GT already. And maybe Kai down the road, but I'm not so big on whether I get that one or not. I just finished Sliders, so this is the 5th and final season that I needed to complete my Sliders collection. The Dallas movie collection, I think I need maybe one more season to complete Dallas. So let's move this over here. And I'm trying not to do the TV stuff, not to do the horror stuff first. So there's some cool Blu-ray stuff coming too, by the way. This I got, The Jewel in the Crown, was one that I watched when I was a kid. It was one of those shows that these come on CBC, and the Turning Point guys, I bought some stuff and they just gave it to me. So, which was extremely awesome of them. There's another couple stores I went into that I wish I knew the names of. There's one on Maryville Road that was actually really good too. But Turning Point by far was the store that like really stood out with just the amazing amount of stuff that they had. We got the Asterix and the Vikings, the cartoon. My better half's a huge Asterix fan. She actually bought 3 Asterix books, like in French, which is how she read them. And we completed, thus far anyway, our Ghostbusters collection with Ghostbusters Volume 6, Volume 7, Volume 8, Volume 9, and Volume 10. So there you go, we got a hell of a lot of Ghostbusters now. Because we bought the 1 to 5 set that came out from at Walmart before. I also grabbed, for $1, Degrassi Season 12. This is the, Degrassi, the Next Class used to be called. And then they start over on Netflix. They have the Next Class is Netflix. This is the Next Generation. So this is season 12. They ran 14 seasons, so I have the original Degrassi series, thanks to a good friend of mine. So I only need like 13 more of these. I'm trying to do this. Oh, not you yet. Not you yet. You guys. So next up, I got, where are the volumes, numbers at? Okay, perfect. I got Volume 1 of the Pink Panther Classic Cartoon Collection. This is actually kind of expensive to get now, and we've been looking for this one for a while. We could not believe we found it in the store. We found it for really cheap. And right next to it was Volume 2. So we need Volumes 3 and 4. If anyone can help out with that, let me know. I grabbed Mint and I went to some flea markets too, by the way. Elvis, the miniseries. I thought this was the kind of like the 90s one with Marcus Gerard when I picked it up, but it wasn't. It's actually the dude from I'm pretty sure it's the dude from Dracula. The TV series Dracula didn't last for long. Because I think he was in like Tudors and that too. I'd have to look it up, but still I haven't seen it, so it'll be a fun one. And it was actually very, very cheap, less than $1 cheap. So let's finish off the animation. Here I've got all 4 volumes now in Blu-ray. I only had 1 volume of this, and I had it on DVD. So we grabbed all 4 volumes at Turning Point for a really cheap price. We got Betty Boop, The Essential Collection, Volume 1. Betty Boop, The Essential Collection, Volume 2. Volume 3. And Volume 4. So we got all 4 out. from Olive, and they're, Olive is super expensive to get stuff from, so to get those at a really good price, and I do mean a really good price, we were super excited. So I also picked up some TV stuff that I'll show you guys before I get into like the other stuff. So let's find out. So we got all 3 seasons of the Borgias. That's what season is that? That's the first season, the second, and the third, and we paid a total of $5 for all 3 seasons of this show, which we've been waiting to see and would not watch it until we actually owned all 3 seasons, because that's how many there are. And where's the first season at for this one? Oh, there it is. So I'm gonna bring these over. Kind of horror-oriented stuff we're coming up to soon. Well, this is kind of horror-oriented anyway. So we've got season 1 and 2 of the originals, which actually look kind of cool. I didn't know what it was. It's actually a spin-off series for the Vampire Diaries, but I think it deals more with werewolves, it's a kind of werewolf vampire hybrid. So sounds interesting. We got Here Comes the Grump. This is a hard find now. This one's actually out of print. This is the Patty Freeling actually series, and so we were actually, they put this out at the same time that they put out the Pink Panther stuff. Actually, Rip Taylor there does the voice of the Grump, and the Grump was kind of like patterned off of the other Patty Freeling kind of creation, which is Yosemite Sam. Even like rides the dragon like Yosemite Sam does in Nighty Night Bug. So really excited to find this. This is the complete series actually, and we came back for it because we couldn't believe that that was there, and we were going to be able to get it. So let's get into I got a couple more box sets to show you guys. So I grabbed season 6 of Xena. This is the Anchor Bay edition, and 10 discs. Love the way these are done. Had to grab that. I'm running in a room, so I'm gonna put this back here. I'm gonna bring this stuff forward. All right, I grabbed Charlie Chan collection. This is actually the very last Charlie Chan set that I needed. I got the Chanthology. I got all the other volumes that came out. The Chan 1 to 5 volumes as well. So I got all the Warner Olins, the Sidney Toler ones that are out, and now I've got 3 of the Roland Winters, and here's Well. So that's kind of cool to see. Whew, okay, a lot of stuff here. So next up, I'm going to show you some horror stuff I got. So I got the TV series Poltergeist: The Legacy, the first season. The first episode, this was really brutal, and I actually included like some violence and nudity and stuff in it. So I'm looking forward to checking that out again. And let's get into some cool different horror stuff. So I got the Classic Sci-Fi Collection, Ultimate Collection, Volume 2. It's got Dr. Cyclops, Cult of the Cobra, The Land Unknown, the Deadly Mantis, the Leech, and the Leech Woman. So I love the packaging of this, by the way. So I just gotta, if you look at this, it's like the different posters and that. It's really nice looking. So I'm very excited about that. Also got the House of the Witch Doctor. I got these at a flea market, so really cheap. So House of the Witch Doctor at Bill Moseley, so that'll be fun. I grabbed this 4-film favorites pack because I always try to grab these when I can. I didn't have one of these, so it has Copycat, Diabolique, the remake, the Crush, which of course I got the Scream Factory edition of, and Pacific Heights. But I'm really excited to have that because there's a couple on there I didn't have that I'll be watching over the Halloween holidays. Grabbed up another one to watch over Halloween, and that is Don't Knock Twice. These are all for very, maybe about 50 cents or less at the flea market. Next up was Joyride 1, 2, and 3. So all 3 of them on 3 separate discs are in there, and they're not stacked, so that's even better. Grabbed Don't Hang Up. Split. This one I have seen and I really, really liked it, so I'm going to grab the DVD of this. Picked up the miniseries Rosemary's Baby, Zoe Saldana. Of course, I got the original, so definitely want to have that. I'm a big Zoe Saldana fan too, so there's an extra plus there. So I got this 4-pack here, Hatchet, which I already have, but it didn't have No One Lives or Horrible Way to Die. I may or may not have the Alphabet Killer. I don't think I do, and Alphabet Killer is probably most infamously known, if you're a Buffy fan, for being that movie that Eliza Dushku did the nude scene in. So, yeah, you might want to check that out. And I grabbed up a Tim Ritter film. These are hard and rare to find where I come from. I remember seeing the first one at VHS back in the day, but this is actually number 3. This is Truth or Dare Part 3, Screaming for Sanity. Actually, he's infamous for his shot on video films, but the thing about them is that they're usually actually have a really decent story for having zero budget. I mean, like zero budget. So next up, I got the complete collector's edition. I'm very excited about this actually, of Monty Python. So this is not the 14-disc one. This is not the 16-disc one. This is the 21-disc set that came out, and it is glorious. So I got this one at a great price. I went to Chumley's on. Was that on Bank? Yeah, it was on Bank. So as you can see, it's got the complete series and a bunch of special bonus discs there as well. Just some really, really cool stuff. So super excited to finally get that one. Now, I also got some Mystery Science Theater. So I'm a huge Mystery Science Theater fan. And actually, I was speaking with a guy on Instagram who may be able to help me get some Mystery Science Theater. So fingers crossed on that. If you're watching, thank you. That would be greatly appreciated to be able to get some of that. Now, these are kind of special. First up is Mystery Science Theater Volume 1. This is the first one that Rhino put out. It didn't have the slip part over it. It's supposed to have Bloodlust, Catalina Caper, The Creeping Terror, and the Skydivers. Now here's the thing. When they got it in, they got a bunch of Mystery Science Theater at the same time. This here was was in mint condition, as you can tell. But if you look really closely there, the guy put in the wrong disc for the first one. So Bloodlust isn't there. Actually, it is the one from Volume 3, which is Side Hackers, which actually is one of my favorite Mystery Science Theater episodes. So I'll be on the lookout for Bloodlust, or maybe I'll just rebuy the remake set. But having the original first set with the back when they used to put both the MST3K movie and the MST3K unmisted version of the movie on there was amazing. So this is the first Rhino volume. So there's a reason I'm actually really highlighting that fact. So after Rhino finished up with the sets, Shout Factory. Rhino was no more. Shout Factory came along, so they started doing the sets. And the very first set they did was the 20th anniversary edition. So, you know where I'm going with this, right? So yeah, I have the 20th anniversary Mystery Science Theater tin. And make no mistake, all of the right movies are in here. But there's more. So, let's take it out. The very first volume that they did. Another infamous thing about this is that this is the one that put on the full feature-length, 90-something minute long Making a Mystery Science Theater on here. This is done over 3 or 4 volumes, I think. So that's on here. And these have First Spaceship on Venus, Laser Blast, A Werewolf, and Future War. 3-part look at the 20-year history of the MST3K. Brand new interviews with creators, cast, crew. 2008 San Diego Comic-Con, International Reunion Panel. Original trailers and more. So, and yes, in case you're wondering, the posters are included. All the movies are in here. It's fantastic. It's brand new. And the thing you're probably wondering about, because you see a lot of these that don't have this nowadays. You see a lot of these where you're just getting this. You're not getting the tin. Sometimes the posters are included, sometimes they're not. Or more often than not, the one thing that you're missing is this. So that's the Crow T Robot, the very first figure put out for MST3K for Shout Factory. I've got the Tom Servo one. I didn't get the Gypsy one. I wish I did now. The reason I didn't, I had the Tom Servo one, and I really wanted the Crow one. and the chrome was nowhere to be found. It was extremely expensive. You couldn't buy it anymore. You could only just get the original 20th anniversary edition without that. So yeah, it's amazing to find it. I kept looking at it and I kept looking at it and I said maybe I should buy it, maybe I should buy it, but I didn't look on the inside, so I wasn't quite sure. I thought, they got this there. There's no way for the price that they had this at, because I got an amazing deal on this one here. There's no way in hell that they're going to have this with Crow T Robot on there. I can't believe my luck. I had a fantastic, as you can tell, guys, I've gotten so much amazing stuff, and that's not all. There is a bit more to show you guys. So I also got, because the Bloodlust was missing and they couldn't find it, they told me just go pick out a free movie at Turning Point, and I did that actually. I got a Synapse film that I've been wanting for quite a while, and that is Strange Behavior. It's a Australian film, really cool. Pretty sure it's a Australian film. If you know the film, it's if you've ever seen Disturbing Behavior, yeah, there's stuff taken from that in this one here. Also, I got to show this right now. It's a TV series. It's, as far as I know, this one's at a print. At least it's very expensive to get. And that is Walking Tall, the complete series with Bo Svensson. I was looking forward to getting this one for a long time. I just need the trilogy. I really want the trilogy. Incredible. Also, I grabbed up, finally, not the Blu-ray edition or anything like that, but I finally got the DVD for Blue Underground's Maniac, and the good one, by the way, the 2-disc one with the Joe Spennell story and all that on there, so a bunch of stuff. I think it's 2 discs. Is it 2 discs or is it 1 disc? It just has a lot of stuff on it. It's 1 disc, but it has the Joe Spennell story, and like one of the Blu-rays doesn't even have the Joe Spennell story on it. So I want to watch that. I recently, I watched Undertaker a while back, and obviously I've seen the Maniac many, many times, but to see this again, it's going to be sweet. Next up, I grabbed a couple Midnight Madness series collections, basically because these are movies that I wanted, that I did not have, and the big special editions that are out from Arrow Video, actually. And one of them, I guess I'll grab the special edition down the road. But I wanted to own these movies. I wanted to watch them this Halloween. I really, really wanted them. And I loved the look of the Midnight Madness series collection. I really do love the covers here. So, first off is The Initiation with Daphne Zuniga. This is one of my all-time favorite slasher films. Hands down, it is. My all-time favorites. I think Hunter Tyler's in this one as well. I know Clu Gallagher's in it. Oh, he's on the cover. She's no on the cover there. Vera Miles, James Reed, but I'm pretty sure Hunter Tyler's in this one as well. She was a soap opera actress, and she's gorgeous, by the way. She's super gorgeous. So The Initiation, so I was excited to get that one. And a Jean Picard Simone film, Slugs. Yes, I love this movie. Slugs with teeth. It's really fun, by the way. This, I know a lot of people like to, no, it's really super, super, super fun. Next up, I got Stage Fright. I'm really excited to have this one. So this is a special edition. There's a lot of features on here, like interviews with Michelle Suave, with David Brandon, with Giovanni Lombardo Radice, with Pedro Tonogello, composer Simon Boswell, theatrical trailer, poster and stills gallery. I'm really getting like upping my Blue Underground stuff. And honestly, DVD or Blu-ray, I wanted this movie. It didn't matter to me either way. I just wanted it. Now, that's not all on my. Actually, when I got home, there were 2 movies waiting for me. So I got more stuff to show you guys. So first off is the Kino 5-film collection of OSS 117. These are like spy films. Let's see, Curran Matthews, I think, played them in at least the first 2 films. Then I think Frederick Stanford next to it, right? Yep. And John Gavin in the 5th one. So if you ever want to see what it would be like if John Gavin actually played James Bond, because he's one of those guys that was up for the role of James Bond. He was kind of like the waiting in the wings guy if somebody else didn't come and take it over. Then you'll find out on this. These are actually French kind of spy films. So we'll open it up here. And you can see, oh, this is cool. Actually, if you look in there, there's like the posters and stuff and pictures from the movie. And they got OSS 117 Unleashed and Panic in Bangkok on the first two, OSS Mission for a Killer and Mission to Tokyo on the second two, and Double Agent gets its own disc. So I just flipped that one out here for a second. So you guys can see this here as well. So, very nicely done. This is the first time I've seen any like any kind of like slip covers come with a Kino. Oh, it says 117 5-film collection. So there's all 5 of them here. Super stoked by this. I got one more to show you, and it's horror, guys. So I'm guessing a lot of people picked this one up. I got to undo the. I got to take off the plastic because I want to show you guys this one. Now everybody's wondering, and hopefully Sonia will let us know soon, if this is the start. You guys know what this is right now, of a series. Is this the start of a series of movies like Vestron Video type collector series, done at a really reasonable price? I got this for under $20. So it is 976 Evil. Revenge on the line there. So this is the directorial debut of Robert Englund, and that is, by the way, if you can tell behind the makeup, that is Stephen Jeffries from, of course, Return to Vacation, which we all know him from Fright Night. I also know him from Return to Vacation, which is actually a really fun movie. If you haven't seen it, check it out. So I really enjoyed it. So on this one here, we got an all-new commentary with Robert Englund and Nancy Booth Englund, plus an alternate home video version. So there's 2 versions of this film on here. Very excited about that, actually. So let's open it up. As you can see, again, we have this here. It's kind of strange. Did they put this upside down? They totally did. Look at that. Oh, okay. Maybe it's their new way. No, it was definitely an accident. So it was done upside down. Let me know if yours came upside down like that. So I'm going to take this out because this is its ultraviolet code, and for once I might use that. It's definitely done upside down because the movie is like this. There we go. 976 Evil. So what I'm going to do right now, while we're talking here, is I'm going to take this out and put this right side up. Then I'll show you again. You can ooh and ah like it was right side up from the beginning. I love the look of it, like kind of the worn look that they have that makes this look like an old beat up like VHS box. That is a really cool way to do this. Vestron missed the boat on that one. That would have been great for their films, because that Vestron does like the Vestron series does have that, like it is the Vestron kind of video VHS type of days feel to it. So yeah, that was a really smart move on Sony's part to put this out and to put that. As you can see, it has the Columbia TriStar logo right there, which is what makes me think that this is going to be like a series that they do, that they're not going to stop here. And you know, one way to make sure that you don't stop with just 976 Evil, because there's a lot of other good movies they can put out. Buy 976 Evil. So there you go, guys. It's been awesome. I got a bunch of stuff. Also got a couple like PlayStation 2 games. I got a PlayStation 2, but I'm not sure if it's working right now. Or maybe the controller. So I'm going to check on that, because retro game collecting is fun. So here you go. 976 Eve was the last one. I got a ton of stuff. I'm so excited about everything that I got here. I don't know where to start. Putting this downstairs and like organizing this is going to be it's going to be a hassle. Starting on my Mystery Science Theater collection, I got 2 massive, like huge ones for that. The sci-fi collection, my Charlie Chan collection is complete. I came home to a great Kino and a great horror film for Halloween. I got a bunch of horror here. I'm going to be watching some Tim Ritter during Halloween. Just some crazy stuff. So much to watch. Slugs is going to be watched. You know, these are movies I'm going to be doing reviews of for this month. Stage Fright, Slugs, Initiation. So if you're watching my channel, you're going to see awesome reviews on films like that. I hope they're awesome. I hope you find them awesome. I try to do awesome reviews on that there. Thank you guys so much for watching. It's been a fantastic night. I just got home. A little tired. I want to go grab some tea. Spend some time with the kitty cats and my better half, who's patiently waiting for me to finish this video so we can go watch some YouTube. Thanks, guys. I am Aaron on The Movie Prof. Have a great evening. It is time for tea.